Facebook, Apple, Google, Spotify, Twitter, and all the rest of the big tech companies have abruptly banned, suppressed, or otherwise attacked numerous conservative and libertarian voices on their platforms. Officially, it's because we're all a bunch of hate speech or offensive content, but offensive voices on the left aren't facing the same scrutiny. Veteran hate-monger Louis Farrakhan, for instance, has posted numerous videos on Facebook attacking Jews, and one describing the white male as a, quote, freak of a human. The news website, The Daily Caller, as well as this program, both contacted Facebook to ask how those videos don't qualify as hate speech. Thus far, Facebook has removed 2 videos, but the rest of the Farrakhan archive is allowed to stay up there. Jason Nichols is a professor of African American Studies at the University of Maryland, and he joins us tonight. Jason, what do you make of this double standard, that the right gets policed by Facebook and co. far more rigorously than the left?
Well, the first thing I would argue is that Louis Farrakhan is not necessarily a member of the left. I think a lot of his views are actually far right. So I think, you know, he doesn't fit very well in this kind of dichotomy. I think a lot of people see a black man and they automatically assume he's on the left. But a lot of his ideas are about personal responsibility and taking ownership of things, and they're very much right-wing ideas. So I wouldn't exactly accept him on the left.
Okay, that's great. So that's our fault too, Farrakhan. Let me just cite one of his things here, though. He says that the United States government is working with Jews to feminize black men by weaponizing marijuana with chemicals. Now, that's the sort of thing, and I don't buy your, you know, he's really a closet right-winger thing. But
I don't think he's closeted at all. I think he's very much out about his right-wing views.
But the double standard here is that because he's a black man and, with respect to your thesis, perceived as being on the left, he can talk about Jews If I talked about Jews feminizing black men by putting chemicals in the marijuana, I'd be off Facebook, boom, like that. First, for suggesting that it's possible to feminize black men, and it's possible and that black men are on marijuana, and that Jews are trying to feminize. I mean, that's circles within circles. I'd be gone instantly.
Now, perhaps, I think that the fundamental thing that we have to think about is that Facebook, Google, Twitter, they are privately owned companies. If they believe that someone has violated their terms and conditions of use, then they can remove them. I would suggest if you have an issue with Farrakhan being on that platform, then you should, like you said, write letters, write emails, and then I guarantee you with enough economic pressure, they will probably remove the video or remove that person.
I think we're beyond economic pressure now. 1/3 of the population of the planet, 2.5 billion people, are on Facebook. That makes them bigger than any sovereign state. You can't really say they're just a private company, Jason. I mean, they're more powerful than the government of Belgium.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, I would certainly not make the argument that Facebook owes anyone their platform. We know who the guy at the top is. He has the right to set the terms and conditions of the use of Facebook. He felt that someone, you know, like Alex Jones is someone who violated those terms. And I would actually argue that Alex Jones and his reach is much larger than that of Minister Farrakhan. So I think, you know, and his influence. So I think that this is one of the things that we have to take into account is the reach and the influence of the person that we're talking about.
Okay, Jason, thank you very much for that, Professor. And despite the best efforts of Louis Farrakhan, you're an unfeminized black man. Not that there's anything wrong with if you were being feminized or anything. Okay, that's the end of my career. An accused extremist Muslim has been arrested in New Mexico after allegedly trying to turn a compound into